Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Hong Kong, where we're doing Isabel's personal mission, and we've already killed 4 people. Well, maybe they got hospital. I mean, it's possible to come back from that. I'm imagining the security staff here all has dock wagon contracts, and they're being taken away to they're being evac'd to hospital right now. Anyway, back to turning on my timer and talking. He keys a series of buttons on his PDA. Isabel's PDA buzzes a moment later. There. Check your inbox. You've got the key. Do it with what you will. I was holding on to it for you anyway. But I thought we were enemies now. She blinks confusedly. We were, but there's no reason for us to be. Just take the key and go. Have a nice life. He waves her off. Looks exhausted. Say nothing. Isabel stares at Rhombus, neutral expression on her face. Finally, she speaks up. I'm sorry, Rhombus. I don't know how things got as bad as they did, but sorry. Her voice goes solemn. I'm going to find out what happened to Captain Whiskers. I promise you that. That'd be nice of you, Iz. I appreciate it. Almost bashfully, his gaze flits to the ground. He looks away and color surges to his cheek. Oh, and Iz, I've got something of an admission to make. She rolls her eyes. Look, I get it wrong. You've always liked me. I hate to break it to you, but it was never that big of a secret, and I know that's why you... His eyes go wide. He raises his hands, palms out. She goes, "No, no, no, is not that at all. That's not it at all. I mean, you're a nice girl and all, but just no." Color rushes to her cheeks. But then what? My panic button. He flips his sleeve inside out, and you can see a blinking red LED embedded in the fabric. I tripped it when you broke in. The cops are on their way, but wait, don't freak out. I'll call them off for you. Oh, thanks. Hey, what are friends for? You just wait here. I'll go meet them in the hall and draw them off to another room. Shouldn't take 2 seconds. Oh, and Iz, it was nice catching up with you. Good luck. With the whole memory thing, you're going to need it. She nods mutely. Rhombus takes off at a run, then disappears down the hall. I had to flee room 203. Quick, get me out of here. Please tell me this isn't room 203. We're secured in position. We secured the target. Don't open that door yet. Oh, 203 is across the hall. Okay. Looks... Police captain doesn't even bother to look down at you. She waves you off, an irritable expression on her face. Stand back, please. This is a police matter. Sure thing, officer. Keep up the good work. Enjoy the show. Down we go. So we only had to do a little bit of killing. And really, that was us being frustrated with security. And me thinking, hey, possible new character for crew. You are about to leave this location and return to Haoi. Continue. Yes. Oh, I don't get to go back and look at the haunted noodle extruder. And see what's happening with it. The bus trip back to Kai Tak is quieter than the ride in was. Your fellow passengers sit crumpled in their seats, barely moving, barely speaking. Their DECCON 2056 t-shirts hang loose on their frames, and their once cherished guest badges have been crumpled into their pockets. You've seen more lively groups on their way to the morgue. Isabel looks up at you, her eyes full of the same post-con fatigue that you see in everyone else's. She gives you a small smile and taps her temple with a fingernail. You've got what you came for. The show is over. It's time to go home. Well, the irony is she met someone that really did her a wrong and held off on killing him so that she could pull one over on a friend turned enemy over something they can't even remember. And now she's going to go look for who killed her cat. And I'm with her on that. I kind of want to know what happened to Captain Whiskers. And I know there's usually only one character mission per game. I really want to find out what happened to Captain Whiskers, and so I can go pull a Caleb on them. That would be nice. And yeah, yes, my critter is showing. Caleb Widogast. I guess most of the few people that watch my show, well, that watch my channel, the like handful of people that watch my channel probably might not get it. And 8 karma, awesome. Kind of Cheng's friend, we've done that. Get some rest, which we will be doing, and we're going to be doing something else. Okay, spend karma. We are going to get one more etiquette, and it is going to be gang. That might be a mistake, but there you go. Now, close combat, his handles the accuracy for the cyber weapons, as we saw. Overwatch gets unlocked. But body does hit points and... Ooh. Unlocks a new ability. So what I'm going to do here is do this. And then I am going to do this. So my pistol rank is up. Okay. Did we get any money for that? I don't think we did. We can go check that out in a moment. We have upgrade. Possible? Looks like everybody can upgrade. Okay. Territoriality, gain Rat Totem, destroy spirit. 99 damage to any hostile spirit. Steel spirit. Ooh. Ooh. So, destroy spirit or steel spirit? What's this? Territoriality. Ooh. Ooh. I like the fact that you upgrade from poison damage to acidic fog, and that causes it to do AP damage. Going by the names, I would have reversed. That would have made the poison do AP damage because it makes you cough and sputter, and then have the acid do the hit point damage. But oh well. Plague barrier. 4 heavy cover barriers the last 3 rounds. Anyone that enters takes 14 hit points of augment spell haste. Formulates a new version of haste spell that harnesses the latent wild magic of Hong Kong. Channel haste increases the famous friendly's AP by 1 for 4 rounds. When cast, Goblet's accuracy increased by 15. Shares a cooldown with other haste spells. Steel. Now present for an additional turn before dispelling themselves for a total of 3 rounds. Interesting. Devil Rat Spirit Fetish in her standard equipment. Can now consume spirits and imbue herself with their power. Consuming a spirit heals Goblet for 20 hit points over 2 rounds. And her AP is increased by 1 during that time. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. I think we're going to go with territoriality here. Yeah. Oh, I haven't made solutions for situations. So sabotage and espionage. Tar Blaster. Mark Target is a good one. Steady Shot. Gains a pistol ability and increases accuracy by 30% and critical chance by a small amount for 1 shot. Costs 2 action points. Reduces the target's armor by 1. You could look at these others. Augment Weapon Mini Launcher. Napalm Charges. Ooh. Boost Program. Boost Persona Speed while sneaking in the Matrix by 40%. Does not stack with other boosts. Jolt Alert System. Brought into a stun state, they can be jolted awake with 1 AP. Oh, okay, that's useful. Bright Light Cyber Eye. capable of blinding. Oh, it's a flash and a cyber eye. Nice. Strips 1 armor with every normal shot. Okay. Attacks on her physical body reduced. Ooh, that's really useful. I think right here, this one would be good for her. This one, I think, is going to be more long-term better. I would have switched these. This sounds more like a sabotage, and this sounds more like an espionage thing. But anyway, I am going to go with the espionage on her. And then you, crowd control or lethal force. Update, augment ability subdue has cooldown reduced from 3 rounds to 2 rounds. Duncan gains a assault rifle ability that has 99% chance to hit an enemy who has less than 25% hit points remaining, plus 2 damage. Ah, that could be really good for taking somebody down really fast. That's nice. Nail grenade? Nail grenade? Shiawase magnet arm. Whoa, that's really good. Gas grenade. Shock baton. Recharged every 2 hits. I haven't been using his melee stuff though. It's a security specialist. There aren't really classes. Decker, Rat Shaman, Rigger, Red Samurai. Let's about look at him again. I think for you, we should go. We're going to be doing a lot of mercy kill type stuff, but what's this? Modded flashbang. Nail grenade. I think the modded flashbang would be more useful there. But I think we'll go with the mercy kill for here. Shuriken. Spit. Ignores armor. So possible 16. Max range 10. Cooldown 2. 12. Cooldown 2. 1 AP. This doesn't say the AP cost. But considering this was described as quick, I think I'll go with the... Interesting. I am going to go with the Shuriken on this one. What was this? Increase move speed. Rotary saw. Mounted saw blade arm in this melee systems. This attack's critical chance is greatly boosted. Shotgun mount. Oh. Okay. Can hit adjacent targets at ranges of 6 or greater, so you can hit multiple targets. I am going to go with the shotgun. Yes. Okay, confirm all. Yes, confirm. Okay. Whee! Okay. Exit. Glaring Orc. Diminutive female orc regards you with a sharp, challenging look. Fierceness of her expression contrasts starkly with her sweet, rounded face and neat bob. She flexes her cyber fist. She fires off a rapid-fire reproach in thick Filipino accent. Why are you staring like that? Didn't anybody teach you manners? She plants her fist on her leather-clad hips and juts her chin at you. Back down, lady. You don't know who you're talking to. Rex, I didn't mean to stare. She gives you an unwavering sidelong glance. You're a stranger on my turf. I expect people to be civil to one another. This isn't your turf. It's a public area. Besides, these streets belong to my boss, Kylie Chang. Let's not do that. We're not supposed to be connected to her, obviously. No offense intended if you insist. Sure, I apologize. It's all right. I can tell you're a newcomer. I just feel a little protective of my part of town. The orc looks you up and down. Finally, with a gruff nod, she introduces herself. I'm Rosario, not Ignacio, or to the members of my community, Cherry Pink. I specialize in transport missions and nanny services. I occasionally Shadowrun for walking around money. I could also fry up a mean batch of lumpia, but you can't have any unless I like you. Cherry Pink seems like an odd choice for a street name. It's a bona fide Filipino nickname, she growls at you. Unless you want a mouthful of fist, you'll show it respect. You said you make great lumpia? What is that exactly? Filipino spring rolls, crispy and delicious and full of pork or whatever pork-flavored substitute is on sale. It's important to be frugal. It has suddenly become very important to me that you like me. The corner of her mouth twitches upward. She gives you a sidelong glance. Then you must earn it. Everybody wants to be my friend because everybody wants lumpia. Only a handful deserve it. How did you go from babysitting to running the shadows? Her cheeks flush. Well, I used to take care of the children of a woojing bigwig up in Peak. Turned out she was siphoning corporate funds to support both a gambling addiction and an extravagant lifestyle. She got sloppy, and I stumbled across some pretty damning documents as I was tidying the house. I couldn't unsee them much as I wished, and I started to fear for my life. She was growing desperate, erratic, so I ran. What's happened in the Philippines that you can't go back? The Japanese imperial state happened. Supposedly they've been in charge there for decades. I was just a little girl when they sent their imperial marines in. They destroyed my old neighborhood. I don't remember the events, but I still dream of fire to this day. Supposedly in charge, you say? The Japanese ran up against resistance from forces that came to be known as the Hook, nationalists, neo-anarchists, but the resistance ultimately gets its backing from a dragon, Masabu. While the struggle continues, the country can't heal. Never ever cut a deal with a dragon, says the person who last game ended up working for a dragon. Well, I haven't personally, I just want to be home somewhere. Too bad about at least the people are interesting. I agree. Perhaps you may deserve lumpia after all. No promises, though. You didn't run too far. Why not leave Hong Kong? I couldn't go back to Manila because of those JIS scumbags. But there's always been a large community of Filipinos in the shadows. I sought them out. How'd you get your cyberware? There's always been a large community. They all pitched in to help me as a Shadowrunner. That's repetitive. Now, whenever I land a good gig, I give most of my earnings away, giving back to the community. Do you ever have regrets about leaving your old life behind? She looks away, suddenly her eyes moistening. I'm not sentimental about my old post, if that's what you mean. But on Sundays, my only day off, I used to go and sit with the other nannies and housekeepers. We'd bring pieces of cardboard so we could sit on the ground in the shade under the bridges. We'd gossip, eat lumpia, rice cake, nothing special. But I don't belong to that world anymore. I couldn't risk word getting back to my old employer. I missed my old friends, though. Let's talk about something else, if you like. You said that you're a nanny. Look around you. You see these Shadowrunners and dealers of contraband in Johnson? There's a fair number who have kids, though they wouldn't shout it from the rooftops. It's usually too dangerous to keep family close. That's where I come in. That's a great idea. How much business do you pull in? Plenty. People will never stop having kids. The more dangerous the world gets, the more my services are necessary. I've taught good children good manners, hygiene, and the proper use of firearms for over 20 years. You were in a survival situation. You worried about hygiene? You never had a good nanny. I can see it in your eyes. I can smell it, too. She looks at you with pity. Ah. There's nothing wrong with my eyes. You lack a sense of humor. The orc shakes her head and mutters something about Shadowrunners nowadays. Run along now. I have no time to talk to humorless people. It's so hot out, so humid. If you're going back to talk, go on and talk. I'm listening. I should go. Be on your way then. So I guess there's... Maybe she'll be something? Have something for us? Okay. Now I should go and keep up tabs with people. Handsome Lee is gone. There's the, I haven't been this way. Oh, except for the fact that this is a new map. Because it uses the same graphics, but it is a new map. It uses the same graphics. That's how this engine works with changes. Which is a tradition that goes back as far as Pool of Radiance. Which did kind of the same thing. To tell the truth, so does a lot of RPG Maker games. They do the same thing. Instead of making changes, overburdening one map with all the different triggers possible, you just have it to where a new map gets triggered. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything particularly new here. That was some significant karma for that mission. Where is Gaichu in all this? We can get some rest. I think I will. We're going to go over here first. Your workstation and mission computer. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. Check your inbox for 2 unread messages. Urgent task. Little birds have been whispering in my ear about a urgent to high-paying run. Steel Arm Lou, a red pole, managed to get his hands on information concerning a prototype laser weapon in development by Ares Asia Holdings. For years, the Red Lotus and Red Dragon have been locked in a Cold War. Despite this, we remain evenly matched. Neither one of us can attack the other without being exposed to devastating reprisals. Lou wants to change this, and he has a plan. Rather than strike directly, Lou intends to aim external forces at the Red Dragon, specifically Knight Errant. He intends to frame a white paper fan named Golden Fong, making it appear that the Red Dragon have been bribing Ares researchers for classified data. 2 lead drone and energy weapons researchers have recently transferred from London to Hong Kong and are running the project. This sounds like Poche's thing. Doctors Taylor and Hardingham were respected in Europe, but in Hong Kong they remain unknown quantities. They're untrusted, therefore are considered untrustworthy, perfect targets, in other words. We will provide data that will make it look as if the researchers were contacted by Golden Fong and made quite a bit of money, but grew tired of the arrangement. Transfer the attached files to a data chip. The files are bundled with a warn program which will auto-execute when inserted into the appropriate systems. You need not be a Decker, though one may be helpful. Interesting. You will need to plant data in the visitor record system, the camera systems in Hardingham and Taylor's lab. Financial data is to be transferred to Dr. Taylor's personal terminal. That in and of itself will be enough to ensure Knight Errant involvement. However, planting the data is only the first part of your task. This is where a heavier touch will be required. You will also need to steal the prototype laser weapon. There is a GPS tracking device attached to it, which Lou will plant deep in Red Dragon territory. The apparent theft of the prototype weapon by a disgruntled Triad member should convince Ares to dispatch overwhelming force against the Red Dragon, dealing them a vicious blow. As a note, Lou does not care what becomes of the laser weapon. If you wish to sell it or keep it, feel free. I have also attached a map of your extraction route from the building. During the facility's expansion in 2052, Ares Asia was forced to extend their foundations deeper into the island. They drove piles through former site of the central MTR station, which partially collapsed during the Dalu Bay earthquake of 2044. Practically, this means you can exit through the basement directly onto the new MTR line through Central. With any luck, you can be gone without anyone knowing how. Unfortunately, this route is heavily alarmed, so you'll be forced to go in the front door. If you can con the front desk, you should have no problem. The facility is both an office and a residence, so strange people coming and going at odd hours is not unusual. If you're not up to fast talk, however, be prepared to shoot your way in. I am up to fast talk, I believe. I have rather significant charisma, especially for a street samurai. Lou does not care if you're loud or quiet, but a word of caution, he came by all this information via the loose lips of one of the research team. Only other fixers know of this job. Move fast and you are guaranteed success, but there are definitely other Shadowrunners with an eye on your prize. Take the run. Very well. Steel Arm Lou sends his regards and bids you good fortune, plentiful ammunition, the dramatic gift. Don't die, Noel. Our arrangement has been profitable so far, and I would hate to lose that. You have one unread mission. One of the things I've learned over the years is that even the rich and powerful have annoyances, thorns in their side, if you will. No one is without troubles. The rich just have different ways of solving them. The client for this run has grown tired of one particular thorn in his side. Chung Sing Rooster Lo. Lo is a red pull for one of the smaller triads here in Hong Kong, in the 289s, or the Easy Money Gang, if you prefer. Despite the 289's small stature, Lo's illegal activities have managed to damage the client's profits. Mr. Johnson would like you to help him show Lo the error of his ways. Lo takes an evening every few months to dine at the Shangri-La restaurant in Aberdeen. If you aren't aware, the Shangri-La is an elite establishment serving primarily corporate clientele from Wu Incorporated. Because of this, it's not unusual for diners to bring bodyguards or assistants with them. In Lo's case, he brings a particularly brutish enforcer known as the Talon, and undoubtedly feels well protected. You're going to prove just how wrong he is in this regard. You're going to kidnap Rooster Lo. So long as he is alive and in relatively good health, all options are on the table. While keeping the run quiet would make things easier for Mr. Johnson, no one will shed too many tears over a few dead triad thugs. The client has arranged an exit via boat. So long as you can get Lo from the interior to the restaurant's dock, the client will handle everything else. Despite being a red pull, Lo is a tactician, not a fighter. Don't expect him to put up much of a fight. The Talon, on the other hand, is as nasty as they come. Be careful about how you confront him, or things may go very badly. Take the run. I'll let the client know you've accepted the job. By the time you arrive at Shangri-La, the boat to get you out will be waiting. And I am going to go with the jobs directly, view notes on completed jobs. Serial killer, I think I've already done. Here we go. Recording invisible pops on the screen. If you're watching this, okay, this is the instructions. Okay, back to root, jobs directory, view all pending jobs, back to root, jobs directory, active jobs. We don't get a payment for this one. Makes perfect sense, actually. Okay, back to root. So my timer did go off. I'm going to read the shadow line a little bit here. And actually, that's a lot. So, I'm going to leave that for a new video. But I think this is enough for this set, and I need to get these saved. Okay. Okay, we can't go back. Walk away, and now we should be able to save. Save in Hayoi. Okay. And see you later. Talk to you then.